Okay, here I have a battle with someone who goes by the name Diamonds for their in-game name. I've had this battle for a while and I actually forgot what the guy's name was. I've tried to record this battle at least 3 or 4 times. I got an update on my phone, and with it came a handy little YouTube recording feature. I don't know, it puts in like better quality and whatnot. And I thought, okay, well, this should work because it looks better, you can hear me better, and it's a specific YouTube setting on on my Droid, and it has a time limit on it of 10 minutes, which even though YouTube has let you go past 10 minutes, I guess for some reason it's still making you stay under 10. Anyway, every time I record the battle, it go to the time ran out, and every time I try to upload it, it said, oh, it can't upload more than 1 gig. So even though I have the stupid feature on my phone, and it makes it better, and everything else, I still can't even frickin' use it, even with the damn timer on it. So that just effing blows. So I'm forced to go back to low res, and unfortunately, yeah, it's gonna be this poor quality here. But anyway, I'm going to start this here. So, start off with Sky Venom, my Gliscor, and he starts off with Machamp. Kind of didn't want anything else to take a dynamic punch, so I just went ahead and stayed in and got him with an Earthquake. In a way, he wouldn't be able to do too much to Gliscor. Even if he used Stone Edge, I'd still live it. But I actually did like almost half his HP with just Earthquake, and my Gliscor is speed-based. And Machamp usually has a ton of HP, and I was really surprised about that. And he goes for an Ice Punch, which works out pretty good because I have a Yashi Berry. And I switch out, hoping he'll use Ice Punch again and not predict a switch, and I go into my Arcanine. And I get the Intimidate on him, and thankfully he goes for another Ice Punch. So that worked out pretty good. And with as much damage as Gliscor did, I know that Arcanine for sure will be able to take him out, because you have Flare Blitz, I'm max attack, and I have a Life Orb, so yeah, he's a done deal. And I'm still messing around with this Arcanine. I haven't completely set its moves yet. And unfortunately he sends out a Heatran, and I was hoping he predicts me switching out and go for Fire Blast, but he doesn't, and he goes for an Earth Power, so unfortunately I don't get to use my Arcanine. And at this point I was thinking, okay, he's either Scarfed and he's locked into Earth Power, so he can't hit Gliscor, or hopefully I'm faster, and it turns out it's the second one, I'm faster. And I get to take out an annoying Heatran, which I'm like sick and tired of seeing in every damn battle. That and Suicune and Azelf. I know everyone loves to lead off with Azelf and these other Pokemon, but it's really getting annoying. It's like way back when everyone just used Blissey and Scizor and Salamence. It gets old really quick. But anyway, so he sends out Rampardos, which I think is pretty cool because you don't really see it too much anymore. And I go ahead and go for a taunt because I know it's most likely going to want to Rock Polish. And it does, so this pretty much just let me set up either for an attack or to power up. So he goes out into Suicune. And he's going to take the Earthquake that was meant for Rampardos. And at this point, I was a little unsure about what to do because I was thinking, okay, I can taunt him, so that way he can't Calm Mind Up, which is what almost every Suicune does, or, use Rest. And, but then again I thought, okay, he's probably going to predict that. He knows I have Taunt. So I wanted to save Gliscor in case he used Surf, because Gliscor's fast and I can get in, quick Earthquake or Taunt if I need to. So he goes ahead and goes for a Calm Mind. Sorry, I keep zooming in and out with this camera here. And, so I send out my Night Storm, my Umbreon here, which I've not used for a long time, mainly due to like all the steel types. And there's my ringtone yet again. yeah, mainly because of all the steel and fighting types that have been out there lately. Though this is one of my best Pokemon and one of my favorites. And actually, for a long time, I stopped bringing them because I started, going through teams so well with them. Kind of seemed unfair, but that was actually a pretty good long time ago. And times have changed since then. So anyway, so he's going to keep commanding up. I got a Toxic on him, so that way it's either going to force him to use Rest if he has it, or it's just going to, help me that much more with each turn that goes by. And kind of unsure what nature and IVs this Suicune is and has. And I'm hoping he's not going to be able to, do a crap load of damage to me, even though he has 3 Calm Minds. My Umbreon is max special defense. And I got, of course, hefty defense and pretty good HP. And he only does about half, so that tells me right there that this Suicune is mainly, like, defensive based. So even after 3 Calm Minds, he's not going to do but so much damage. And, yeah, with that Curse Up, that helped my payback a little bit. And at this point, I had a debate about either using Moonlight or going ahead and getting, some more damage in on him. To go ahead and take that Suicune out, because I know if I hit him with another payback, then Toxic will definitely take him out. So he actually goes for another Surf. I guess to go ahead and kind of do the same thing to me, take my Umbreon down enough to where his next Pokemon will definitely take it out. And so yeah, so hit him with another payback, and that's going to take him down low enough to where even after the leftovers takes effect, that poison's going to kill him. So, again, that's another really annoying poke out of the way. And I'm left with 9 HP there, which isn't really going to do me much good, but it might in case he decides to use a hazard move or a power-up move or something like that with his next Pokemon. And he goes into Rampardos, and I figured he's got to use Rock Polish because it's the perfect time to set up for him, and that's exactly what he does. So I went ahead and used Moonlight in case he decided to use Rock Polish twice, so that way I might actually be able to use Toxic twice if I have to, because Toxic has been missing a bit lately. And with one Curse Up, I know I can live a decent attack from him, and hopefully if Hit Smash misses, that's even better, which is something else I was kind of hoping for. But, no, Hit Smash hits. I know I should most likely live it after the one Curse. And thankfully I do, with like 18 HP, and I get my Toxic on him, which is big for me. I didn't want to go ahead and use Payback because I didn't want him to, use Endeavor on the rest of my Pokemon, which is most likely what he has. And I just want Toxic to slowly take him out. And I was hoping he'd go for another Head Smash, but of course he was, smarter than that and just went for the safe move to kill me. So down goes Umbreon. At least now I've broken his sash. He's poisoned, so he's slowly gonna die. I was afraid of him still being faster, even though Rampardos isn't the fastest Pokemon. So I send in Drapion there. And then I send in Gliscor to trick him into using Earthquake so Toxic would take more effect. And at this point, I was thinking, okay, I'm just going to take a chance here, see if I'm faster, and thankfully I am. Because it's either that or he misses with Head Smash. At this HP, I couldn't live a Head Smash, and also Drapion, even though it was pretty defensive, I'm not too sure how well I would live an Earthquake from Rampardos, especially if that's a max attack one. So he sends in Cman, and I actually want to go ahead and get the taunt on this thing so it can't Leech Seed me, because that's what most of these little buggers do. And he goes for a Seed Flare to go and take out Gliscor. So unfortunately, I lose Gliscor, but then again, he can't Leech Seed, so that's a plus for me. And this is a Dragonite that I made a while ago, so I guess it's kind of new in some ways. I've never really used it, but I based it off of the old Dragonites I used to use, like way back in red and blue and gold and silver, the original ones. And it's just a max special attack Dragonite. And so yeah, that worked out pretty well. I mean, most Dragonites you might see Draco Meteor on them, but 9 times out of 10, you know, they're physical based. And you don't really see a special attacking Dragonite anymore, which is, you know, it's actually really handy. It learns a lot of good solid moves, and it's a decent filler for almost any kind of Pokemon, for like fire, electric, ice, water. Kind of like all of them wrapped into one almost. So anyway, he sends out his Dragonite, which is his last Pokemon, which is kind of epic, I think. And I thought, okay, you know, max special attack, I have a wide lens to increase my special attack power. Draco Meteor should definitely kill. It doesn't. And I was, you know, kind of surprised at that. And after doing some calcs with a friend, estimated that if he has max special defense and HP, then he can, you know, possibly live that, which had to have been the case. So, turns out this is mainly a defensive Dragonite of his. Right here I go for the extreme speed, thinking I should hopefully be able to kill him, but it doesn't. So this thing, you know, maxed out the wazoo on defenses, which is again something different, so that's pretty cool. Sorry for all the moving around, my nose keeps on itching and it won't stop. So he's going to roost up, and at this point I'm like, crap, I probably lost the game. Really afraid of what else he was going to do. So I send in Jolteon here, and he goes ahead and goes for another roost. And I was thinking, okay, I've got to use Hidden Power. I was hoping I'd be faster than him, even though he has a Dragon Dance up. And thankfully I am, so I get to hit him with Hidden Power Ice. And that's only going to do about a little less than half. So, yeah, not quite 3/4, but still a little less than half. So he goes for another Dragon Dance, and at this point, Jolteon's pretty much dead. There's not much I can do. So, yeah, there's the first attack move, Earthquake. So, nobody's got Dragon Dance, Earthquake, and Roost. And kind of fearing that his last move is going to be Dragon Claw, just for stat purposes. And yeah, so I'm thinking, you know, great, I'm pretty much dead on this one, especially since he has Earthquake. Drapion probably can't take that after 2 Dragon Dances. I was guessing, I wasn't sure, you know, since he's mainly defensive, Drapion might be able to take it, because like a Suicune, it took 3 Calm Minds to do any damage to my Umbreon. So, anyway, so his last move turns out to be Thunder Punch, which actually works out really good, and thankfully Draco Meteor hits, and that should, you know, definitely kill him. And that was an epic finish to an epic battle, I think. 2 Dragonites versus each other. Thankfully mine won out. Dragonite is still one of my favorite Pokemon out of all of them. I guess you could say, prefer it over Salamence and the other dragon Pokemon like Flygon. Though I do love Garchomp. Unfortunately, it's Uber. I know some of you don't agree with that. I'm kind of 50-50 on it. If you go the I guess you say the normal moveset for Garchomp, which is usually like, you know, say Earthquake and Sword Stance, and I guess whatever dragon move, you know, you feel like using between like Outrage, Dragon Rush, and Dragon Claw. And if you got max attack, yeah, it's pretty beastly. But if you go another route and make it like a special attacker where it has like Flamethrower and Surf and Draco Meteor, you know, that I don't really think is uber. So I guess it really depends on how you use it, but whatever. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed, and hopefully I'll be having some more battles up if Wi-Fi will permit it. I'm actually getting ready to go to the library so I can hopefully have some battles now. So, I'll see you around.